All right, everybody. In here again. Doing a tutorial on modding, configuring your radio files for ATS and ETS2. So I got a request to put a video up, to make a video, to create a video for the community. So I will be posting that once I'm done here. A lot of people were asking, how did I get the CD in my truck, or the cop radio transmission through my in my ETS and ATS. Here I'm gonna let y'all show y'all how to do it. I gotta go back in here and I gotta open up my live stream so I can show y'all. So bear with me for a moment. Let me see if I can try to get this thing going. I think I had last stream I did. I think it might have been overheated, so I didn't black out or nothing, but it's just that I just went to sleep. So still going. The chat was still going. Everything was still going, but you know, it happens. So, but I mean, that was a strong 4 hours I did on top of working 8 hours. So those 12 hours I pretty much put in work. So so I didn't. A lot of times if I get hot, then that's where, you know, because sometimes it's like I was just, I think I might have been saying in the chat that I was getting tired a little bit, but I don't know if anybody really paid attention to that. So, you know, somebody gave me a thumbs down, not realizing that situation and why, you know, I shouldn't have to explain myself, you know, when I do certain things. So I'm going to open up my screen so everybody can see it. Let me see. So you can be able to see exactly what I'm doing. You have to download what it is the live streams. Okay, it's called live streams. It's a live stream file. I'm gonna go into let's see, I think, oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Gotta go into my live stream. Okay, here I am. Okay. I don't even know I had this camera up, but that's not gonna really put anything in. That's just mainly for my sound. But let's see what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna do this. Okay. First thing first here is you want to open up your files. First of all, if you have if your ETS or your ATS are Steam games, you have to go into Steam Ops and whatnot. I'm gonna go into this. Actually, this is part of my mod folder for Farming Sim 17. So okay. So this is actually my quick access right here. So a lot of things is right here. So I actually set this up, you know, so I can be able to go in, go out, come in, come out, things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is, let me try to scan, get that like that so it'll show up properly. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going into documents, but if you actually had to go through here on your own without actually having this set up like this. So what you're gonna do is, imagine I didn't know what I was doing and I was new to putting this together. So what I would do is I would actually, I'm gonna go out of my quick access I'm gonna pretty much close this all the way out, and I'm gonna go in here like this. Okay, this is gonna, might have to close this down. Let's see. Okay, well, you would go into your local C file folder. Okay, then you go into program files x86. Then you will scroll all the way down. If this is your game is a Steam game, then you will click on the Steam folder. Then you will go to Steam apps. Then you will go common. Then you will go to Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator. Well, that's one way. Okay, that's to kind of get to the files of the game. But to actually get into the other files, you want to go back here, and you want to go into your documents. You should automatically have My Games, which is in your My Games folder. Let's see, My Games right here. Then you go down to, let's see, My Games. Let's see, it's not there either. Let me see if I can come up with it. Give me a minute. Let's see. Okay, well, you can go, there's various ways you can go into the game. So I will say here's Euro Truck Simulator 2. Okay, here's your mod folder. This is mainly however how you get to the mod folder. Okay, this is how. So you scroll down, and you go down to you'll see live streams. Okay. And I don't know if the chat is going faster than I'm going faster than the chat or what, but I'm gonna try to let it see if it caught up. Okay, caught up with me. Okay, so you're gonna go into your live streams. This is mainly, let me kind of move this out the way. So, and then I'm gonna move that. So you have to have, in order to read this, you have to have Notepad or Notepad++. And then it took me a long time to actually get into that, you know, so Notepad++, it's a little bit more formal when it comes down to the way the files are actually, it keeps the line, it keeps the it's like going with the grain, okay? When you going, if you're like sanding on wood, you'll go with the grain, okay? So that's mainly what that is. So what we're looking at here, these are all your stream files for your music, okay, in your game, okay? So what you would do is, because all it is copy and paste. That's all it is. It's very simple. You can copy and paste files in and out. That's all it is. Okay, it's very, very simple. A lot of people would think it's complicated, but it's not as complicated as it seems. As long as you can get into it, you have to have the right program to actually communicate with what you're trying to get into. Okay, so what I had to do, I downloaded, and I'm not going to close this, I'm just going to downgrade this, and I am going to downgrade my other screen, and I want to go into my files, and I have some new files here. So here's one right here. This is live streams right here. This is, so if I actually went into, let's say, into the radio files, okay? And this is the same way I actually also did the T800. You know, here's the T800 files that I had implemented into the game, into the truck. So what I had to do is I had to have WinRAR, just like I said, before, and I had to copy. I had to actually um, um, I had to update. I had to show you exactly better than I can tell you because it's kind of hard to explain. So, but I'm gonna try to put it in the screen right here. Let's see. If I wanted to, let's say if I wanted to mess around with the T800, okay, and technically I want to stay pretty much on the same grid, so I'm gonna kind of cut this out right here for a minute because I want to make sure that that might have to be another video all over again because I want to kind of keep the videos separate as much as I can to kind of help, you know, and not to make a whole bunch of videos, but to actually limit my time on trying to explain, you know, exactly what needs to be done. But if you notice, all of this are files. Okay, all of this this is how the game communicates, and you have to make sure all these little symbols are in place. And if you take them out of place, then you have to put them back into place. Okay. What you do, I'm going to get the file. Go out of this real quick. How did I come up with the file? Oh, I had to go in. I'll go into my downloads. So I'll show you. So if you actually went into the website, okay, it's like I went into the website and talk, and we'll say, if I go into my I had one of my videos. I'm gonna show you real quick. Actually, I had shared it within the. I don't know why my thing is so low. I don't know why the health is bad. It's got me in the red. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, this is getting through. But how you doing, Joshua, Nick David? Welcome to the channel. Don't hesitate to give a like and subscribe. So I'm gonna try to show y'all as best as I can and as simple as I can, because I try to make things very, very simple. But I can explain, but it's sometimes in order to really do it, you have to do it yourself. Okay, in order to really understand how things work. Okay, so we'll say if I actually let's say I have a video and I'm gonna go into one of my videos. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna bring one of my videos up, and it's one of my start videos. Okay. Let me see. Oh, let's see. It's supposed to be my first video I show you because it's supposed to be for my new people. Okay. Let me see if I can go in here. It probably won't let me do it. But I have an actual mod in that is it gives you the all the radio stations. It's the cop stations, really. It's cop channels, and also it gives you the channel 6, and it gives you I have to show you. Let me see if I can go in here and try to pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Because it's easier for me to go into my actual folder and actually pull it up than actually, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Because it's one of my, let's see. Dashboard, let me see. Channel. Okay. I think I found it. Let me see. Because they asked me for a video that I needed to show that was kind of short, and then I actually didn't even know I actually had that folder, because what I had to do, I had to redo my radio settings, okay, because for some reason something got changed up, got corrupted or whatever. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, kind of back out of this. And it's something that I can't show y'all because I'm not, I don't want to show y'all because it's, but I am talking to you, so you'll kind of understand what I'm doing. Okay, we'll say if I actually went on a website, we'll say truckers, not truckers and P, but we'll say ATS truck mods. Okay. And we actually found the radio sounds. Okay, so all these radio sounds that come in, I'm gonna try to put this in my thing so you kind of see exactly where I'm at. We kind of get this over into that. Let's see, what are you doing? Let me see, what are you doing? Because I have a triple monitor set up. Let me see. Try to see if I can get this over here. Oh, it went out. Hold on a minute. Let me find out. Let me see. Okay, there it is. See, I'm trying to get it to actually, and it wants to stay. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to keep it like this. Okay. Okay, now it finally pop up. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is it right here. Okay, these are your radio settings. Okay, it's all for your radio. Okay, now the one that I actually have is an old one, but the thing about it is I don't even know how it was hard for me to actually, oh, here it is. This is it right here. Found it. Okay, so it's called 75 USA Web Radio Stations V 1.0 mod. Okay, so if I actually downloaded this mod, it would give you 71 USA web radio stations. Okay, so those are actual radio stations, and it will also give you 4 police scanner stations. Okay, all right. So once you download it, okay, we'll say if I actually download it, I'm just gonna pretty much download it anyway. So just to kind of let y'all see exactly how y'all would do it. Okay, so it won't be, so you can kind of look and see how I'm doing it. Okay, sometimes you got to watch these pop-ups because they try to pop up on you, but and you have to also watch how to actually download it. Okay, so it's going to be a SES file. Okay, so it's going to be a RAR file. Okay, so it just downloaded. Now I'm going to actually click on it, and you hear my, what's the name? This is the archiver. Okay, so you're going to click on that. Then I'm gonna move it over because it's not in where it's supposed to be. Okay, so there's a README file right here that shows you how to do it. See, so it's very, very simple. Okay, but what you would do, I would recommend you do actually take the original one out and save it, put it into a folder. Okay, and because what you're gonna do is I would actually make a copy of it and pull it out of there. Okay, you can actually drop this in there, but if you like, for instance, I got some other stations that I had created. That I found some comedy stations. I found some sports stations, which is the same thing. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this is pretty much the information. This is how you actually install it. Okay, they already showing you exactly how to do it. Okay, so you got to go into your documents. It says unzip 75 USA web radio stations by WinRAR file. Okay, let me make sure. I gotta check something out real quick. Give me a minute, y'all. Okay. Just wanted to make sure everything was going like it's supposed to because I couldn't. I'm looking at my stream and I got to make sure. Wanted to make sure that all the information is being brought to the table. Okay, so you go into your documents, go into American Truck Simulator location. If asked to overwrite, say yes. Important. Always make a backup for the original from the original uh, live streams SII file first. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, so I just like I was saying, if I actually go into my file, I have a copy of I have the original copy, even though you get a copy anyway. Okay, every time you um, technically start. Well, if something actually happens, because I think I remember one day I actually started the game and it actually like reinstalled ATS. And what happened was I didn't even know that it actually messed up my radio stations. So I had to redo it all over again, and I still ain't. I got some radio stations because sometimes if you actually listen to play a lot of my videos, you'll see like in Euro, you'll see me actually listen to the radio, listen to news and things of that nature. Those are those files that's your actual live underscore streams dot SII file. Okay, so what you're gonna do? Okay, so we see this here. Okay, now I'm gonna close that out. And then you also gonna see this. So all of these are actually the same thing. Okay. So what all I did was actually leave these in. I just left this in. I pulled mine out, my whole file out, and put it in another place. So I actually took this and actually just dragged and dropped it into it. But if you want to edit this, now this is the difference. Okay, so if I wanted to edit this, then I will actually go into here and I will actually go like this. So I will go into this file right here. I will go down, and this is mainly where, let's see, where is that? Those files at? Let's see. I'm trying to see where they at. Okay, well this is not the actual one, but I'm gonna go into the other one. Okay, so let me see, it's in the other one. Okay, so if I wanted to keep the radio stations that I have in the game already, we'll say I'm gonna go right back into here and kind of go right back into where I was. Okay, so give me a minute, let me bring that screen back up. So you're gonna bring this screen back up again. Okay, so even in ATS, it's the same. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna show you the same files. If you go down, you got the same files right here. Okay, where it has all your radio stations. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you have to actually edit all this. You have to actually drop down. Then you have to copy those files. I mean those actual stream that stream information right here. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. You would actually grab that and you go like that. Okay, you will actually highlight the whole whatever ones you want. Because you can put any of the radio stations in, or you can put all of them. But sometimes you put all of them in, then it kind of confuses the game. The game. So I tried it. So I'm telling you something. I learned from trial and error myself. So I just watch what I put in there. I just put certain amount in there, and then I leave it alone because SCS already don't want us really messing around in the files anyway. Okay. So you will actually highlight. And then you will actually right click. So you'll copy these if you wanted to grab them. Okay. Like imagine if I wanted to grab these and put them in. Okay. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to. I don't want to mess up my own files. So I'm not gonna do exactly what you want me. What I would originally would do, you know, because I would mess my own files up. So I'm explaining how to do it so you can do it for yourself. Okay, so these are the actual files right here. So that's the live stream files right here. Okay, so these are actually the ones that are actually in ETS. Okay, and I'm gonna close these out. So, and I'm gonna go right back to ATS because that's mainly where we want to edit. Okay, that's what mainly the video is all about. ETS is the same. It's pretty much the same way you're doing it. Okay. So I'm gonna go out of these. Okay. I'm gonna close that out, and I'm gonna downgrade this. So I'm gonna click on this, and if I actually wanted to actually take those files, like I said, and we'll say we bring this back up. Okay, so if I wanted to actually, so technically all you have to do is just drag it. You can actually pull your old file out and just drop this in, and it's going to read it. You know, it's going to automatically read it. So I'm going to show you exactly how they pop up. So these are the files right here. So I'm going to go right, bring that screen right back again so you can see exactly what. So these are actually these are more radio, look like they're more radio stations. I'm trying to see the ones that I actually showed. Let's see if I can find them, because it looked like it's the same ones. Let me see. I want to go back out of here. So, but okay, let me see. Let me go back out of here again. Okay, all right. I don't know why it's, and it look like it's been formatted, because that's supposed to be, this is supposed to be the actual okay, what I did was some of these I actually took out. I actually took them out and I just dropped them in. Okay, hold on a minute, let me close the door because I don't want that to go into my stream. Okay, but so you have to make sure you have all of these. Like, for instance, we'll say the stream data underscore data 2. Okay, you will have to actually highlight all of that and make sure all of that is in the file. If it's not, then it corrupts the whole file. Okay, so what you have to do is so what I would do is, like, for instance, we'll say, imagine we had this in the game, okay? Well, in the file, okay? So we'll say, I'm gonna show you actually mine, okay? And this would be the easiest way to actually explain, okay? Because even though I have this file already in my folder already, because I had made it, I had pretty much downloaded it just that quick. Okay, so you have to have this program in order to break the file down, and it's a SII file. So like I said, okay, and that's the actual screen little thumbnail right here. See? Okay, so that's how you know you actually have the right one. Okay, so what you would do is you would go down, just like I said again, and this is the actual file. Now I'm going to actually show you, these are the actual stations that are in the game that are allowed in the game. So I'm going to go down to where I actually had edited. Okay. Oh, this is in Euro. This is the wrong one. Sorry about that. I got to go back into ATS. That's the one I want to see. That this is Euro. Okay, so if I actually go out of Euro, I'm gonna go into ATS file thing. Let me see. Okay, so I was just showing you the difference between the two, because you still have the same live underscore streams files. Okay, so you will go into ATS. Okay, so you will scroll down just like you would normally scroll down. Okay, you're gonna go and you're gonna go click on live streams. Okay, now you have truckers FM in here, and you have all these other files. But if you scroll all the way down, now what I did, I actually dragged and dropped and put them all in here. Okay, and what I did was, now you have to, just like I said, sometimes you have to be careful because sometimes they get corrupted. So you have, that's why it pays to keep your original file folder. Okay. Now it looked like somehow, okay, did I put, okay, here they are. They are in here because I have radio stations. I have my sports stations, and I come across that one too. I'm gonna try to see if I can put it in this description. So I'm gonna try to find it and actually drop it in the description. So you're gonna have to, once I actually done with the video, and the video actually is uploaded and whatnot, you have to go into my description and actually pull up that. So I will actually have both of these files in the links to those descriptions. In the description. Okay. So once you actually, just like I said, once you put these in, you have to continue to follow the order of each file. So even though it would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on in the data naming, you have to change that to make sure that it's still in harmony with the file. Okay, and if you don't, then it's going to mess it up. Okay, so you actually have to so we'll say the way I actually have these are set up right here. I got them all, I put them all in. Okay, so I actually drag and drop these all in just like that. And once I drag and I copy and paste, and once it actually took it in, then I went and changed every number. So I actually will say, I'm just trying to see if I can actually go right where I actually edited. And I really can't tell where I edited because you'll pretty much see it. It's very, very simple. But once you actually get these in, if you actually look and see that these numbers are all congruent, all completely. And then you have to make sure that these symbols are still in place. Because if you don't, then you corrupt the file. It's not hard to cover up the file. Okay, so all these actually play, and I'm gonna actually go into the game so you can actually hear them. Okay, and once it actually asks for you, do you want to save it? Then you will save it, and then it will actually place it. It will actually do its thing when it will reformat it, so it will be a saved file. Okay, the way you want it. Okay, now I'm gonna go out of this. Same as when you actually, I think there's a way where you can do the config. That's another. This is mainly where you would change the config, the developer mode, where you can actually see the errors in the game. Okay, so you would do the same thing here. This is where all your profiles. Because if you can go into your mod folder, all you do is go down here. It's very simple, And this is, but you have to watch, because you can even look at your game log. Your game log is right here. So it will actually show you exactly what your game log is right here. This is how you know if your bonds are actually reading or not. See, some of my have errors in them. Okay, but the reason why they have errors because because SES's game is very critique and very it reads only a certain way. So if something looks suspect, it's not going to read it, and it's going to be funny about it. So you have to make sure that you speak in his language. Okay, just like I was showing you with the other tutorial. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go in the game so I can kind of bring this up, and hopefully I can actually let me make sure my capture is up. Okay, it look like I'm in the same place. Okay, so I'm gonna go into ATS and let it boot up, so I can kind of show you exactly what the finished product is. Because if you can actually pull files out, pull files in, and change, you know, because in order to do that, you have to, in order to do that, you have to edit. I mean, you have to be able to have certain things to be able to open things up. Like WinRAR, you have to use WinRAR in order to open up the files, to actually be able to edit the files. Same as Notepad. So you have Notepad. I used to use Notepad all the time, and then I came across Notepad++, which is, I mean, it keeps the harmony of the lines. Now, when I used to still edit it, and I would still be able to know how to keep the line or straighten up the line to make sure that the file actually reads properly. You know. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my game. Let's see, I'm gonna go into the 44. Let's see where my truck at. Let's see, I guess it. Yep, it's okay. It's playing. So I just wanted to show if my capture was right. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go into this one right here. Now you don't have to go into the mod manager to do anything because it's not a mod like that. It's all it is a file that's already in play. Okay. Now I'm gonna see if it actually, because I know that I had some conflict. So I'm just pretty much showing exactly what it would do. It's just like you would play the actual radio. And y'all get a chance to see my my beautiful truck. So that's why it's good. It's kind of nice to kind of follow me a little bit, because you never know what I might post. You know, I might post some more information within the chat. You never know. You know, and it's just all about how I feel, because a lot of times I don't have it all together sometimes. So. You know, and I don't mind actually creating tutorials, because that's what it's about. Yeah. So I'm waiting on ATS to go ahead and boot up. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. This is one of my trucks right here. Okay. So I'm gonna just let it do its thing, so to make sure that the game is being read properly. So I'm kind of doing more than what I need to do in order to make sure that the because sometimes the truck gets corrupt or whatever. Sometimes the game crashes because it, just like I said, it's pernicious. You know, if you can have a decimal off, you can have a point off, you can have a symbol out of place, and it won't read it. It will not read that file, and it will corrupt the file. It will think the file is corrupt. So this is my truck right here. One of my trucks. This is my 389. Side drive. So it was green. I went on ahead and configured it. So I got the strobes. Yeah. Tag axle in the back, quad drive. Inside. See, I got it all tricked out inside. So, you know, you never know what I'm doing out here. You know, so this is my beauty right here. I got to hit this brake, and I got that's a upgrade for the that's in the Steam Workshop. A lot of, just like I said in the description, go into the workshop and get mods. You know why? You know, a lot of times those mods are up to date. Normally they don't crash the game. Okay? So, this is it. This is my beauty right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, go back in. Hopefully you can hear me still, and I didn't turn it down too low. Hopefully. I had to turn my what's the name down, my phone down, so it wouldn't conflict. Because every time I'm always crossing things up, and that's why a lot of times you hear it echo, and you hear this, you hear that, and you hear the flippity flop. But sometimes it's because I don't have everything together all the time. Sometimes. But I mean well. So you go into your radio right here. Okay, just like you can put your music in. Now I actually put all these files in for my music the same exact way, but these are actual, and I'm not gonna play them. Why? Because copyrights. I don't need no copyright problems. I did a live stream 6 hours strong with this truck. Copyright. They got me for copyrights. You know, they didn't give me no mark, but it was conflict. So I'm not gonna get any money for that. I'm not going to get any points for that. So it was a wasted 6 hours. So when you come down to these, when you have your music, you have to watch the copyrights, because 9 times out of 10 is a copyright issue. So a lot of times I don't play these now, and these are out of the games, out of some of the games that I have. So I actually made a playlist. So I'm not going to use those. I'm going to go right into the radio. Okay. So here you got Trucker FM right here, and I can't play Trucker FM. Why? Because of copyrights. But if you go down here, if I scroll down, you will see where I actually marked. Because you can check these out and highlight it. So when you actually set your radio up, I have it set up on my panel as to turn the radio on. You know, I don't have it under R, but I have it, I don't have where you press R. I have it where you can, you just go through, because my radio's all over anything on. Now, a lot of times I have it turned down. Why? Because of copyrights. You know, so that's the reason why, you know, some things, when it becomes a conflict, that's where I have a fit, because it doesn't make any sense. But that's what they want. So I'm going to show you this one. I'm sure they shouldn't give me a copyright problems with this. So this is actually highlighted, but technically all of these are checked. These are all the all the radio streams that I actually use. Okay, these are new. Okay, see, if you look at them, you'll see that there's some that are actual that are comedy, and some of them are actually talk radio. Because I like to hear talk radio. I listen to talk radio on my bus. You know, I listen to 92.3, The Fan. So I'm not a sports fanatic, but I like talking. You know, I like communicating. You know, I like, you know, stuff like that. So sometimes I don't come the way I want, or I can't express myself the way I need to, but I like to talk. Okay? And if you check my videos out, you know, if you go back into my archives, I got plenty of videos. I got about over 200 videos. And you'll see me actually talking. You know, sometimes I talk off all kinds of subjects. But you have to, in order to know it, you got to follow. So, okay. You can't just click, you know, subscribe, and then you forget about it. Okay? So if I actually will say this one right here, Well, I'm gonna actually go in from here. So these are already set up. So I turned this up, and I'm gonna turn it down a little bit so you can actually see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna go back to drive my truck. I'm gonna turn my truck down. I'm gonna go right inside. Now my button. Now you see how it pop up? It says playing. So now you can hear the radio.
As we know, because that is this history.
So I turn it up. I can turn it down, and then that's according to whatever buttons you got. So I can scroll through all these.
Understanding the.
So you can hear your sound coming through your, talk radio. You got all these Patriot Outlaws.
And we've destroyed it, right? Yeah.
And now we got it back.
See, so that's how you actually get radio. Now, some of these I'm gonna have to watch, because now I'm gonna go to this stand-up comedy. It might pop up, and a lot of times it takes time for it to show up, because a lot of times, now I'm gonna show you another one that I have. This is my favorite, because I always, in some of my, this is USA CB Radio Channel 6. Now, I know that sometimes it won't show up. It'll only come up when it wants to. And the only reason why, because a lot of times it's streaming off, it's actually feeding off the actual stream. So I got to see how I had to turn that off, because now I'm about to get a copyright issue. So, and a lot of times I don't have the radio. That's off of Trucker FM. So I'm gonna turn Trucker FM off. Some people like to play Trucker FM in their game, but I don't play it because of copyrights, and because of other issues. But I don't play it. Why? Because I don't play a lot of music in my truck. Why? Because of copyrights. Because now you have to press this to update from the internet. Okay. You click on that, it will help these actually format so they can do what they're supposed to do. Okay, so this is all your controls right here. You can go through them. You can play. You can play. This is stop. This is forward. This is backwards. Okay, so this is how you control your radio, and this is your volume right here. But I have a volume set up on my panel. Okay. So, about to drop my freaking battery. I definitely don't need to tear that up. So, hopefully, I'm gonna actually post this and share this on, and I'm gonna also leave the descriptions, as like I said, so it'll be easier for you to actually download it, instead of you actually going through all the scenarios I had to go through to download it. I'm gonna copy the link, and I'm gonna send this through one of the communities. Supposed to be let's see which community I shot it through. Because the guy was asking me, would I be able to actually post a video? But he's not even a subscriber of mine. See my point? So if you don't, how can I send you anything except for you be subscribed to my channel? But I'm gonna do him a favor and actually, I'm gonna go via Facebook on one of the gaming communities, and I'm gonna send it straight through there. And he has to, in order to see it, he has to be able to go into the group and be able to see it. So I'm not going to post it now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drop these subscriptions in right now. So you notice all these radios, they work. They're supposed to work. Okay. So let's say this is the highway scanner right here. So turn it up, and hopefully it actually format, and you can see that it's trying to read it. Okay. Now I don't know if it becomes
family associates.
Okay,
those
so
who care to listen.
So those are the only ones that actually showed
back
up.
to my discussion.
I'm gonna turn this back down. So those other files that I had, they might not work, even though they do work, and they might work because, just like I said, because of what SES may be doing, and people watch what we do, okay, and they take things away, they put things in, they take things away, they put things in, and then sometimes that broadcast or podcast is that's all it is a podcast, okay. So that's all it is. You got all these channels. I got sports channels. So all you're doing is drag and dropping, just like I said. And you're editing to make sure that the file is read properly. So, okay. So I'm going to go back out of here, and I'm gonna tab out. I'm gonna tab out of here so I can actually add these files to the description so everybody will be able to use it. Okay. So I'm gonna go back out of here. So I'm gonna go right here. So this is where you go. You go to mods. You'll go to this actual site right here. Okay. And this is technically, if these don't work, then you still have opportunity to still take the information in, because you do all of them the same. If those don't work, then you use some other ones. Just like I said, things change. So I'm going to drag this in, and I'm going to actually try to see if I can find these other ones while I'm in the chat. Okay. So copy, and I'm going to actually go right into the chat. Actual chat. See here, I'm gonna kind of show you some of the stuff. Now here's my copyright notice right here. That's why I said you have to watch what you do. And this is one of my best videos. See what I got? A copyright claim. Why? Because they own. I mean, I had some nice music going, but because it means, just like farming sim, so the team, the actual sound that goes, that's an actual song that is actually played, and it's a copyright, it's copyrighted. So a lot of your music content is copyrighted. If you're willing to give up your rights in that, because I know everybody's pretty much are in the streams for gain, for money or whatever it is, or recognition, whatever it is, for profit. We'll say profit in general. Okay, how would you feel if you always, every time you actually post a video and you post music and you get a copyright and you sharing that information for somebody else, they didn't even do the work, they're getting paid off your work, off the work of your back. So it ain't no difference than you work a job and your boss is working off your back. So, so you got a lot of folks that don't mind working off somebody else's back. Okay, so that's a nice little pet peeve of mine. Even though I work a job, I don't have a boss. Technically, in reality, I don't have a boss. Even though I do have a boss, I don't have a boss because I don't see the boss. And my time, the time that I come through, I don't even deal with. So I don't deal with, I deal with certain folks. I deal with, and don't have to deal with. But I'm willing to work with whoever. I just don't have time for drama. But this is how you do it. So I need to go. I'm gonna go back into here, into my file, my videos, so I can actually go and format that. And I think I might not even be able to go in there because this video is still being uploaded. Okay, so I won't be able to put it in there anyway. See my point? And I might be able to put it in. Let me see if I can go via live stream. And I might not be able to do it. Okay, it allowed me to. And my stream is it's in the yellow. I don't know why it's in the yellow. What's up, Wolf Lair and Ghost? You said Can you ask? Yeah. Yeah. My 1050 Ti is overclocked, and it's overclocked. All I do is I manually I put it like in automatic mode. That's all I do. You know. And it's funny how some of your, and it's a 1050 4 gig. I got a 660 that was a 2 gig, and it worked almost pretty much as good as the 4 gig. You know, sometimes it's just all about you know, the games, like we'll say Farming Sim 17. It's greedy. It's a greedy game. So you have to have a high end, a super high end. Oh, my boy Dog is 5150s in the he don't hesitate to give him a go and check out 5150. Dog is 5150. You know, we finally caught up with him. So but mine is automatically overclocked, and I'll kind of show you in the chat because I'm pretty much done with. I just need to go ahead and drop this what's the name into the because I even have the link to Trucker MP. Okay, mods. So I'm gonna go ahead and format this. So, and all I do is copy and paste. There it is. Okay, and I'm gonna put the other one, the radio one. I'm not sure if this one still works. It's supposed to work, but I think because of what it was doing, you know, you have people watching us all the time. You have people watching all the time, so you have to understand that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right back into here, and I think I went right back into here before. I have it overclocked. Let me see. I'll pull my thing out right here. And this is it, Gigabyte Extreme Gaming Engine. So I'm gonna click on that, and it ain't much to that. I'm gonna bring this down. Let me see. Let me bring that down so y'all can kind of see. Let me let me see. I don't even know why I didn't. Oh, let me see. Let me go into this thing. But all I do is try to, I open it up and I let it do its job. This is it right here. Okay. So I have the gigabytes, and then I have the smallest one, which I wish I would have got the one with the 2 fans. This one is nice. Oh, trust me, it's nice. It's got a 90 millimeter fan, which is perfect for my box, because the other, my 660 was too long, and it was actually it was like covering other components in my desktop. So you know, in my rig. So this one is a little bit smaller, but I can't plug into it, but it is overclocked. So this is how I actually overclock it. I will click on it, and all I do is actually advance. And I go into gaming mode. Here's the gaming mode right here. Click on it, wow. You know, click the apply, and then it will actually give you the settings. So I was already at, overclocked. It's the GPU clock was reading at 696. Is reading at 709 megahertz now. Memory clock is 1620 megahertz. My GPU voltage is 670 megavolts, and then my fan isn't running. But I have my setup so critiqued where it don't even overheat. I mean, I've been running this thing pretty much all day long. Okay, and I have it actually venting out because of the way the box is. A cold start. I'll probably give a description of the breakdown of my setup. And later on in the description, because I have a lot of. If you actually look, I ain't even put all of my stuff. I ain't even put nothing that other than my basic stuff that's going on with my desktop. I didn't even go into the box The extra fans that I got on it, you know, because I have 2 other fans that are sitting on top. Okay. Now my setup is actually set up for 2, 4, 6, 8 fans, and I'm running liquid cool. Okay, so this is pretty much how, you know. So I don't know if you can see the settings. I'm gonna try to move that over so you can see the settings. This is where I'm at, you know, and hopefully you can kind of read between the lines. Okay. Yeah, but I actually got this one because I technically had the 660, and it wasn't even, now that was a super clock, okay? And it had 4 ports for me to hook up 4 monitors. This one only has 3 monitors set up. I mean, I can only run 3 monitors. You know, I wanted to be able to hook up 4, and if I would have went and thought it out a little bit better, because this one run me about a little over $200. It was about 170, 180, something like that. 160, and then I had to pay the tax, and I had to pay for the warranty, because I went on and got a warranty on it. I got about at least a 2-year warranty on it. So if it busts, if I blow it, I'm taking it right back to Micro Center, and I'm getting a new one. You know, so let me go right back out of this. Okay, so hopefully that answers your questions in regards to that. I'm gonna go on and finish putting this description in. So, but all I do is, you know, I go on these sites and I look and see what's out here. You know, we used to have a lot of people use the Uncle D setup. You know, I have that one, but I have some other stations too. So I looked at, it's only like 6 of these. So let me see, which one do I have? I think I have, I might have this one right here, this US stations right here. I might. Let me see. No, I don't have this one because I have the radio and comic. So I have to find it again, and then I have to put it in the description later on. Okay. But all of these, in order to put these in, you have to do them the same exact way I explained. Okay. You can't do them no other way. You have to put them exactly the same way. Even these Uncle D ones, they're actually, I think this one is actually, you can drag that one into, it's actually MP3 file. So if you notice, ATS plays OGG files because a lot of my sounds, we'll say music or whatever, comes out of games. I have a few of them that are out of 18 Wheels of Steel Hauling. ETS. I got some out of various other games that I have, you know, and I have them to be able to, you know, because sometimes it can get boring on the road. So, let me see if I can see. They have some German ones right here. You have some European, UK. You have Danish. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually click on this whole thing right here, and I'm gonna actually drop this in the mod description because a person may want one of these. You know, I don't know. So I'm gonna actually click on the actual radio, the whole actual page, okay? And then you have to scroll through them yourself and check them out yourself, okay? Because I'm pernicious of what I want in my live stream or in my ear or whatever. So I'm gonna actually, all you do is copy, and I'm gonna actually drop it right into here. So y'all will have the links, so you won't have to go through everything I went through, because I just went on ahead and found some of the stuff myself. So also, everybody that's in the chat, don't hesitate. Just like I said, you see where Nightbot is there. Nightbot is telling y'all what to do. When I got Nightbot out there, he's on it. Trust me. I turned some of his settings down, so you can put emojis in, you can do this, but don't disrespect. You know, just kind of keep it's mutual respect. Okay. I did take some of his features down. because I think I had my buddy Fisted Waffle actually got timed out because he had put too much emojis in. He did certain things, but I didn't. I just got Nightbot together finally. I finally got Nightbot in, and you know he's doing his job. He's on it. He's on it because I don't have a moderator. I'm my own moderator, so now I can actually concentrate on driving and concentrate on talking, and he's holding it down for me. He's holding the chat down for me. Okay, so and he's going to only do what I tell him to do, you know. And normally, what you see is whatever I've put on, I've actually format to be posted. And if you get out of line, he'll kick you out, you know. So, you know. That's why I have them there, you know. But I'm willing to have moderators if they want to moderate or whatever. But a lot of times, I mean, I'm very pernicious of who I use, you know, to do certain stuff. You know, you got to be serious. It's just like this is serious business. Just like somebody was asking a question on about something. So it's serious business. You know, people want to know. You know. And I'm here to try to help people know, okay? Just like there's other mods here, you know, and you drag and drop. All you do is copy and paste, drag and drop, cut and paste. It's very simple, you know, very simple. So I'm going to drop, I think I dropped that in here, and I'm going to have to seal that up. Okay, that's sealed, okay, yeah. And I have in the, what's the name? Hold on a minute. I got to go and check the phone real quick. Got somebody coming, I think my mother-in-law. Hold on a minute. Well, I know the one that I know one has 3 buttons that are on the top that come off the bed, and that's one is the mode, and then the other 2 are, you know, your start. Now, the other ones that have one of the wireless and one is that's the easiest. Yeah. And that one actually has so I'm hearing that ATS actually gave an issue about that controller, but I'm still getting it. I figure out what it is. Yeah, I'll figure out what it is. If I can make it down, I can make it down. Because all it is just it's like my Windows old. You know, the Windows old, everything in there is pretty much old. So all you do is actually go into the administrator and actually force it to be under another format. And that's how you do that. Some people don't know how to do that. Just like I'm doing a tutorial now. I'm not trying to asking about how the Windows system you can. But I just showed them that. So I'm doing that now. And I think that controller, their price, I said I'm offering the full price or what? But it should be more than what I'm sure. What's the price on? Okay. And that's the wire. Okay. 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 So the one with the wireless is probably much more. Okay. So that's all right. Okay. More likely, that's the one. The one that's $50 is the one that I probably want because it's water. Okay, hold on a minute. I'll be back with y'all in the chat. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back, y'all. I ain't gone nowhere. Okay. More likely, it's probably that one because I heard I already looked it up, and I'm surprised they actually have it. But okay. Right. Right. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm only considering that because you see how it's built. It's built like the PS3. So I'm only considering that. Yeah. The other one is okay, but I'm not gonna get that one right now. It's okay. That's that one about because they're about just like I said, even that one that Google had. That's a $50 setup. That's a $50 controller. All of them pretty much the same price. I think my Logitech and my Microsoft one, because this is what this is. It's supposed to be almost like Microsoft. So it's supposed to clone itself as a Microsoft controller, but it's formatted for it's gonna be like PS3. So and you can get that car out of the driveway. You can get your car out of the driveway. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me do something real quick. Hold on a minute. All right, I am back, but I ain't back. I gotta switch things over to so I'll be right back, y'all. I ain't gone nowhere. I put my thing up. So I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. See what the warranty, see how much the warranty is for it. All right, y'all. I am back. I'm gonna cut this out, finish this up. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, this video up, and then I'll go into another video. If I might open up, might have to reopen back up. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can actually get everything I got. I haven't even put everything in here. This is just the GPU, and this is, I actually got this from the overlay. This ain't even half of what this system got. And it ain't exclusive, a whole exclusive. I mean, I got a 27 gig hard, 2700K, 3.5 gigahertz, i7. Okay, it's got the turbo. I upgraded to, it was 8 gigs, I did upgrade to 16 gigs, and I'm probably going to upgrade it again. The resolution is 3072 by 1080 at 60 hertz, and I'm running Microsoft Windows 10 Pro, okay? So, yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and, this will be it for this. Hopefully everybody has hit the like button, subscribe like they supposed to, like they was asked to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase with this. Hopefully this helped out a whole lot. Let's see. I'm gonna go on ahead and I got to format this a little bit better. So this is live streams. It's the live underscore. You see underscore streams. SII files. Okay. Okay, hopefully, I think I got everything. I'm gonna probably, if I find that other one that I have, I will add it to the description. All right, and that should do it. I'm gonna come right back in here to run the truck. I'm gonna get some ATS in. Do a couple loads. Go from there. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this out. All right, I'm going ahead and end this stream. All right, I'll come back later on. I'll come back right back in with this truck. Okay, talk to y'all later.